Where was his qualifying time? He was 5th in his qualifying run. Sovik beat the Alex Tassis from Switzerland. Then it was Ankeny who had trouble against Sovik. So Sovik facing Voracek here. First 2 runs to determine who's going to move into the finals. And Ketterer and Loic Chablis.
Yeah, so Voracek coming from a professional family background. Dad was a pro tennis player. Also, Voracek was the 2022 National Skier of the Year. Also, Snow Sports Hall of Fame in Colorado. That's Voracek, an Olympian, a world championship competitor. Then Christian Sovik, Oslo, Norway, half Brazilian, half Norwegian, won the first event back on Saturday, January 13 in Aspen. 22 years of age, a student athlete at a Denver University ski team. That is Christian Sovik over on the blue course. Ready to load him up, Kevin. And it's going to be an even start. This will set the pace for the second race. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Give us some green. Racing underway.
Out on track they go. Voracek gets the jump over Sovik. Down the pitch he goes. The big, strong, powerful Voracek can really get some energy out of the ski off the first jump. Voracek is in control of this run. Clean turns on that steep pitch after you come off the jumps. That's the key right there. Voracek pulling away over Sovik now. Over the second jump, it's still Voracek, but here comes Sovik trying to make up some ground on Voracek. Over the bottom bump, it's Voracek still leading. Here comes Sovik. We're going to have to go to the clock. Looked like Sovik
what a comeback by Sovik.
wins the run by .105. Voracek led the whole run. Sovik stayed focused and gets it just by an arm's length at the finish line.
You know, the way that Sovik got into the bullet before the last gate, regardless of how Voracek reached down the hill, that was a differential maker right there. That was
Didn't think that was going to happen.
No, that was special. Okay, setting the stage for the next race. It's going to be good for the next round between those two. Let's get this going with Ketterer and Chablis. Ketterer is on the red course, right-hand side looking up. Watch out for him. And Loic Chablis, the Swiss speedster, he's on the blue course.
Last year's defending champion from this event, David Ketterer. And then Loic on that blue side.
Okay, it looks like the blue course has a gate malfunction. We've got Kyle Rasmussen, longtime legend around these parts, and U.S. ski team member. He's going to put that gate right back in place, and we'll get going with the racing.
Yeah, these guys, the way they clear the gates, it's popping out of the snow. It's soft snow underneath the top hard layer. It's not allowing the gate to grab and stay in the snow, so a little course maintenance is.
That's one of our racers, actually. Yeah. One of our German racers putting that back in there.
Roman Frost.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's helping out David Ketterer, probably carrying the gear for him, and
yeah.
So Kyle Rasmussen there.
Kyle
putting that snow gate back in the snow is.
So good little anecdote for Loic Chablis reading his bio, his career highlights. The only thing he put down was my future win at the World Pro Ski Tour. So looking to the future to see what it looks like. He's got a few races, 2 races specifically to see if he can get into the finals at least. That's Loic Chablis from Viars, France, a 23-year-old. Ladies, he's single, and he's going up against David Ketterer, who's not, who's married to Ressie Stiegler. With baby in tow at home. Ressie showed up a couple seasons ago at Taos with baby Rosie, and it was funny. They're kind of passing the baby back and forth as Ketterer and Ressie were both racing in that event.
Kyle Rasmussen finishing up a little course maintenance, and we'll be ready to go.
Reset. Nice job, Kyle. Hip, hip, hooray.
Well, of course, you can't get it out of snow when you want to, but he says, well, maybe we'll just stick with that.
Yeah, just push it in a little deeper. Again, second stop of 3. We're going to go to Taos Ski Valley on Easter weekend, approximately 6 weeks from now.
There he goes. Reset that. The outside static pole.
You know what this is right here? This is tremendous positive payback for all the years that Kyle Rasmussen knocked gates out when he was on the World Cup, blistering through at speed. So, it's just patience and tenacity. Thank you, Kyle. We are ready to race with Chablis, Loic on the blue course, Ketterer on the red course.
We're ready to go. Ketterer buckling up. Looks like the wind has died down for a second up there. These guys make their preparations for their first run of the round of 8. Ketterer, red. Loic Schabel, the blue. Kevin Kiley starts the cadence. The lights go from yellow to green. See if we get the timing just right to get the jump out of the start. Looks like Ketterer maybe got a jump over on the red course side. Down the pitch they go. Ketterer, if anything, a little bit of an advantage on that red side as they come to the first jump. Ketterer touches down out in front, but here comes Schabel pulling alongside. Ketterer still with a little advantage on the red side as they head for the second jump. Crucial landing there, not letting the skis bounce. Ketterer at the top of the turn gets really wide there. Here comes Schabel on the blue course side towards the finish. It's going to be Ketterer getting it done, and the advantage going to Ketterer. 0.347 to David Ketterer. 3.347 to Ketterer.
Nice job, Ketterer. He got a little loosey-goosey on that last jump, but did not let it affect him. So, Ketterer, you have the advantage going into the next round, and we will whip those athletes up there lickety-split. It's going to be Fjorchek and Sovic going next as soon as we get them back up top. We're going to take a small break, collect our thoughts, and get them back up for more racing here at Bear Valley. Welcome, bienvenue, good to have you, aloha. It's time for the next iteration of the Final Four. They're going to swap sides. So Philip Forchek and Christian Sovek are going to go. This time, Sovek, the Norwegian, will go on the red course. Forchek, the Olympian and world champ competitor, he's going to go on the blue course. Who's got the advantage, Clarky?
So Sovek will be carrying a .105. Not much of a margin, so the doors will open simultaneously, and if he crosses that finish line first, it's all Sovek. But Forchek, he's pretty powerful. It was a turnaround for Sovek, and it happened at the bottom. It was Forchek that led that run all the way to the final few gates, where Sovek made a big charge and picked up that .105, a little over 1/10 of a second.
He dropped into that bullet tuck, and that made the difference. So, again, it's not going to be the first one across the finish line here. There's a 1/10 of a second difference. It's kind of a blink of the eye. So let's see what happens here. They're up top. Cameraman Robbie getting into position. Thanks to our starter and everybody on staff for making this whole thing come together. And into the gate goes Forchek. He's on the blue. On the red is Sovek. One of these two is going to go to the final.
So here we go with the cadence, the second run. Sovek carries the advantage over on the red course this run. If he could get out and stay out in front of Forchek, he'll advance into the finals. Your tour leader right now is Sovek, but Forchek, he's not going to give any ground to Sovek as he touches down with the advantage. Needs to make up a little over 1/10 of a second. Wild is Forchek, and he's done. He's out.
Shenanigans.
Oh,
out he went.
On goes Sovek to the finals.
Again.
Second time this season, Sovek. Who will he be facing? Ketterer or Chablis coming up next. Ketterer carries the advantage, and he's moved over to the blue course this run.
Yep, so Forchek, we'll take a peek back as to where it went south for him, but for Sovek, he's going on to another final. Here it is off of the top air. Coming into plain view. Yeah, arms getting wide, loses his pole. There's the downfall. Loses his pole, tries to regain it, not able to make it around that last gate, so out goes Forchek.
So Forchek looking back, not happy with that, obviously. So Sovek, the first to populate the final bracket. Ketterer with the 3-4-7 advantage, about to see if he can get himself back to the top of the ladder here. So let's look and get the points. Sovek right now with 65 points. Mike Lankeny out with 63. We just saw Forchek go out in that round. Simone Breitfuss Kamelander pulled out. And let's look down. David Ketterer is in 7th in the overall point standings. Not happy with his result in Aspen. So Ketterer has an advantage or an opportunity now to get back in the hunt for the overall.
Yeah, well, for Sovek, this is only doing well for his overall status with a victory in Aspen and another good second place. Anyway, let's set the stage for what's happening present. On the blue course, David Ketterer with a .347 advantage over Loic Chabot, who's on the red course. So something to take into consideration here. Ketterer with a lot of experience, defending champ from both events last year, had the clean sweep.
Loic stalling on getting into the start doors there. Seems like he's got his glove off and
yeah, doing what he's got to do to get himself
ready
into
Here
position.
He goes.
All right, getting the legs warm. We're at 4:25 local time here at Bear Valley. Quite a few races yet to go, but we want to thank the local mountain staff for accommodating us. We'll get through this. And in the gates, here we go. The Swiss competitor, the red course, Loic Chabot. David Ketterer with an advantage. The German competitor, .34 advantage for Ketterer. He just needs to play a smart game and get her done.
Out on track they go. Looks like Ketterer may have got a little bit of a jump. On Chablis, down to pitch they go. Ketterer out in front, but not by much as they go off the first bump. Maybe it's not even Ketterer with the advantage. Yeah, slight advantage on the blue course side. Ketterer starting to pull away, but Chablis not giving it up at all. Coming to the second bump, it's Ketterer with the advantage. Touches down. Oh, maybe switch back over to Chablis. Oh, he's in trouble. He's all over the place. Off he goes. Tough break. Over the bottom jump he goes. It's going to be Ketterer moving into the finals to face off against Sovek.
Yeah, Ketterer playing a smart move there, not trying to get too aggressive, knowing that Chabot had a little issue. So both of them missing gates, but it was Chabot who went out first. So Chabot is going to go into the small final with Forchek. Ketter will join Sovic in the final throwdown. Here's a look back right here. Oh, he got
Ooh.
wide and threw that outrigger, and Ketter right there noticed, hey, you're in my lane.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
No pressure on the front of the ski. Did not want to turn. So discretion, the better part of valor there, not trying to make
Yes.
a move and you can blow yourself up with those 165 slalom skis. You get too much on the tail, and it's just a launch situation.
Yeah,
So
they is stiff, that's for sure. We're sending all 4 of those guys back up to the top. We're going to do small final and final. 4 more races total to wrap up the day here at Bear Valley for the World Pro Ski Tour. We'll be right back. I tell you, we are ready for more racing. That is my worst French accent I've used in a long time. For all you folks, yeah, I tell you what, my friends, Philip Vorchek and Loic Chabot are going to do the small final. This is for 3rd and 4th place. This is going to be one of 2 races. Then we're going to the big final of Christian Sovek and David Ketter. What are your thoughts, Kevin Clark?
So Vorchek will be on the red course, his first of their 2 final runs. Vorchek, this will be a good one. These guys are pretty evenly matched. Vorchek was your fastest qualifier. Chabot was 2nd in qualifying. So this will be a battle royale all the way to the finish. If you have the energy, long day for these athletes, a long day for the staff. Big thanks to everybody involved with the event. A real challenge.
You know, it would be good, Kev, to have a headlamp sponsor about now. Yeah, not just for the athletes, but for the workers afterwards, you know. Our good man, Barrett Stein, right here, is getting warm from it, knowing he's got work ahead of him and the whole staff. We want to thank very much. Barrett, high five right here. Thank you very much, Doctor. Your thoughts before we start racing? Get in here. Your thoughts real quick. How awesome has today been in Bear's race staff?
The race staff, our race staff, Bear Valley's race staff, incredible job today. We had every variable you could possibly imagine, I think, today for a race, and we're going to pull it off, it looks like. So very grateful for everyone.
A type of day where you might just think about pulling your hair out. Fortunately, you and I have none, so that was not an issue whatsoever. But if you've been through this before, all over the map, it's part of the deal, and we're blessed and fortunate to be able to do it here at Bear Valley. Again, we want to thank Bear. They've done a great job, and the Cali Pass. Also, you folks are watching at home. Cali Pass, 4 different resorts, starting in Mountain High down in Southern California, and then working the way up to the Central Sierras. You got Dodge Ridge, China Peak, and the last one added was Bear Valley. And this place has a lot of history in the name of racing, and we're stoked to be here to have another go at it. And tomorrow, Kevin, I believe there's more racing. Talk to us about that.
So slalom portion of the weekend tomorrow. So we'll put the athletes into their respective brackets according to points. So GS qualifier, slalom points. So waiting now for Vorchek and Chabot to get behind the gates. Start this first round of the consolation round. Appreciate all you folks at home being patient and sticking with us through the challenge. As you can see, not a nice day up there. The wind. Is it off today?
And the
seating today, or the results today, will qualify. We'll put our ladder together from those for the slalom portion. So
build the ladder. Hey, a reminder to all athletes after the competition is finished, head back up for a slip. And obviously tomorrow's set will be different, being a slalom race. And right now it's all about Loic and Vorchek.
All right, signal comes down to send them from television. Kevin Kiley at the top with the rest of the staff. David McVicker and Mark Altamirano comes up from Taos. Heading to Taos at the end of March. Hopefully we see some sun.
Yeah,
this has been a challenge this season for all involved. Every time you get to an event, we bring a snowstorm with us. It snowed the whole time we were in Aspen, and we've seen some serious dumps here, and looks like it's let up a little out there for now. So help them with the visibility.
Yep.
As we watch Vorchek and Chabot make their final preparations.
Vorchek representing Czechia. He holds the CU record with 15 top 5 GS finishes. His dad was a pro tennis player. He's on the red course. Looking up from VR's Switzerland, Loic Chabot is on the blue course. This will be one of 2 races. And we're dangerously close to getting them started here. Watch for the Christmas trees to turn colors.
All right, Kevin Kiley, official starter for the Pro Tour. We call him Chef. Cooks up some great meals for us. We have a condo out on track. They go. Looks like it's going to be Vorchek with the advantage coming out of the gate. Strong as Vorchek into the first jump. They go, working those arms, really get the energy.
Off goes a
lost
shoe.
a ski up there.
Woo.
Tough break for the pro from Switzerland.
Yeah.
Barrett Stein all excited in here when he saw that ski pop off. So Vorchek still focused on his course, doesn't know he's back there. You always want to keep going because you don't know if a guy could jump back in and you make a mistake and go out, but not going to happen today. Vorchek wins the first run. He takes a .60 advantage over Loic. So, back to the top we go, Uncle Lee. This
Yeah, now
stage is set. We'll watch a replay on this as we watch Loic walk across the. There we go. So down the pitch she goes.
chances are there might have been a little bit of snow underneath, or he just booted out.
Oh
And
man,
that
it just
doesn't.
booted out there.
Yeah, you can't see too much snow on the bottom of his boot, but nice, nice tenacity right there.
Save
yeah,
going off that
heck of a
jump
save.
there.
Okay, back up top, Ketterer versus Sovek. It's going to be Ketterer on the blue course, Sovek on the red course. Ketterer won both events here last year. Christian Sovek from Oslo, Norway, won the first event this season, and Aspen liked the way that felt, and here he's in the finals again.
So Kylie will begin the start cadence for the first of 2 runs for the finals here at Bear Valley. So here we go.
Ketterer, blue course, Sovek, red course. Listen in for the golden voice of Kevin Keeley.
So Kylie up at the start there with McVicker and out the Morano, our staff and volunteers up there. Long day for these guys having to stand outside all day long. But have your heated socks and heated gloves on. Kylie's barehanded up there as he starts the cadence here for the first run of the finals here at Bear Valley. Out on track they go, a little bit twisted coming on the red course side with Sovek, but he gets the advantage over Ketterer. Ketterer staying focused on his own course. Into the first bump they come. It's Sovek with about a skis length advantage as they touch down. Down the second pitch we go. Clean turns by Sovek at the top. Getting some good high edge angle, really running the course well over the bottom bump. Sovek touches down out in front. Here comes Ketterer, starting to pour it on the blue course side. Sovek out in front at the bottom bump. It's Sovek going to get to the line first, not by much. Across the line to go. Sovek wins the run by 0.518, almost max differential. Your winner from day one in Aspen, Sovek on top of the charts with a 0.518 over David Ketterer.
Yeah, Ketterer before that second air had himself a little bit of an issue where Barrett Stein jumped back, put his foot in the hot tub, and was concerned for a moment, and rightfully so. But Ketterer up against the ropes. Will Sovek have a victory here as he did in Aspen? One more race to figure that one out. And also Voracek and Schabel, they'll head back up. 2 more races remaining. We'll be back to Bear Valley with the final of the World Pro Ski Tour. It only happens once a day, and we're not talking about the sunset, folks. Nope, we're talking about the small final, then the big final, and we've already thrown down one iteration of both. Let's get going with the small final. Loic Schabel and Philippe Forchek. Hello, this is Uncle Lee alongside Kevin Clark. What's the showdown, throwdown looking like?
Uncle Lee was Philippe Forchek with a big win there, 0.60 advantage. We saw Loic lose his ski. His outside ski popped off. He skied out of it on one ski, looking back up the hill, dumbfounded by why his ski possibly came off on that run. So tough break for Loic. So he's got his work cut out for him. Forchek with 0.6 of advantage. The doors will open simultaneously. All Forchek has to do is cross that finish line within sight of Schabel, and Schabel gets out front. He can pace him. So
Yeah.
we'll update you when they cross the finish line. And then it's the finals, the final run of the day. Christian Solveig with a 0.518 advantage over David Ketterer. Right now, the small final coming as.
Yeah, the only thing worse than throwing a shoe is having the snow move on you like in an avalanche. That's like both skis come off and all of a sudden your feet get out from underneath you. But no slides here today except for fast edge control for these two for the battle for third and fourth place. And each one of these points is going to accrue more points for the overall tour. So each run counts. And Loic Schabel from Viars, France, 23-year-old, part of the Westminster College ski team. His career highlights, as we mentioned before, my future win at the World Pro Ski Tour. So he's got guaranteed a third or a fourth here at Schabel. And then Forchek, the Olympian, the world champ, he's on the left-hand side, off and running right now.
So out on track to go. Forchek over on that blue course side has the advantage after the first run of 0.6 of a second. So he just needs to ski clean and smooth and not let Schabel get too far out in front of him. So they're in control, pretty even run as they drop down to pitch. This is the small final. Again, 0.60 advantage after Schabel lost a shoe on the first run. It's looking like Forchek is getting left behind now, across the line. Let's look at the clock. Schabel wins it by 0.423, not enough to make up the 0.60. Looks at the sky, and it's Forchek, your number 3 in the overall standings of the tour, taking third and Schabel in fourth. So good race there. Let's go back to the top.
It's one race remaining. It's Christian Solveig on the blue course with David Ketterer, the German, over on the red course. This is for all the marbles. The point differential is 0.518, held by Christian Solveig. So Ketterer has to hammer down all the way throughout. It's Solveig's race to lose.
Out on track they go. Ketterer with a powerful start. Solveig not far behind. This guy's figured it out quick. He's your tour leader right now with the advantage after the first run. It's going to take a mistake right now to unseat him. So down the second pitch they go. Solveig right there with Ketterer. He has his 5.18 advantage after the first run. Ketterer needs to pull off some magic down here, down the pitch. Ketterer starts to pull away now, trying to straighten out that red course. Best he can. Way back on his tails. He knew he had to do something. It's going to be Solveig, Christian Solveig, with another victory here on the World Pro Ski Tour. David Ketterer giving him a thumbs up, taking away all the money in the points today. Your tour leader, Christian Solveig, starts to stretch his advantage.
Yeah.
I'll go out to the crowd, do some interviews. You can take care of business in here.
Do it. Go down there. Ketterer just throwing all the marbles out on the race course there, and Solveig taking the victory. The Oslo, Norway native, half Brazilian, half Norwegian, walks away with a $10,000 check and a beautiful Seiko watch. He'll get high fives, props, and accolades. All athletes that are around, if you can hear this in the VIP booth, get back on out here. It's your course to make look real nice tomorrow. So come on out here, jump on the lift, and do some sliding. If you can get on the lift, that is. Thank you very much. And we're going to toss to a short break and come back with the awards ceremony. Great job, everybody. We got it done.
Check, check. Check 1, 2.
Hey, Lord. Hey, Lord. How do you pronounce your last name? Chablis. With E. Make sure that you're... Chablis? Just L?
One, two, three. All right, ladies and gentlemen, out here in the finish corral with our 4 finalists here. Been a long, trying day. Big thanks to everybody here at the mountain. I see Brad over there and the rest of the crew, Kyle Rasmussen, everybody putting in 100% effort to make it happen today. We pulled it off. Let's get right to it. In 4th place, Loic Chabot. Come on up, Loic. In the small final. Yeah, athletes cheering along. And then the number 1 qualifier in the number 3 spot today, Philippe Voracek. And your tour winner, 2 races last year here, David Ketterer, going to have to settle for 2nd place today. Look at the energy you guys got still. It was a long day up there. Fortunately, it wasn't super cold. All right, and number 1 today, number 1 of the tour coming into this race weekend and stretching it out, Christian Sovek. So, Christian, dominating his tour so far this season. That must feel good.
Oh, yeah. It feels amazing. I mean, I don't know what to say.
That's all right. We'll say it for you here. So, any other words, gentlemen? Let's go down the line.
Well, thanks for your job. It's been a long day, but it was fun. We had so much fun here.
That's key. David?
Yeah, I can just second that. Fantastic day of ski racing. We had a lot of fun. Obviously, when you're in the final, you want to win, but tough battle with this guy over here, and we go after it again tomorrow.
Unbelievable ski racing out there today. Philippe, thought it could have been yours.
Well, yeah, I thought so too, but wasn't, so that's what it is. I had great fun. I want to say thank you to everyone participating and, helping out do these races, including Bear Valley and all the sponsors. Thank you.
All right, great day. We'll be back out tomorrow. We got Chris Hill from Mazda going to come up and present the $10,000 to Christian Sovek. And picking up another Seiko watch, Jill Giovanetti from Seiko presenting the watch. Very nice.